question to start us off with. Who has the biggest cult-like following out of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Bronny James? Who do you think has the biggest cult-like following?
I have to give it to Caitlin Clark, with a close second of Angel Reese. And the reason why I say Caitlin Clark more so because the actions that are being taken by the fans, right? These fans were not fans of women's basketball altogether, let alone college. But not only did she, in a way, create this cult-like fan base and then bring them to the pros, she is also good enough for them to speak about her as a savior, right? So pretty much with cults, the leader is the savior. The leader is the god of the cult. The leader is the main antagonist. So in that respect, I have to give it to Caitlin. But in retrospect, why I give Angel Reese a close second is because her fans, she does have a trickle of fans who were not fans of women's basketball, who she also brought over, right? But it wasn't like Caitlin Clark, not to that magnitude, but yet still she did. And she's also good, right? And I believe that, like cult leaders, I feel as though their following, they like just a tad bit confused, right? And it's just a part of her cult following fan base is a tad bit confused. Like, y'all think that this person is really God. Y'all think this person is really like the one. And in my mind, being a member of the cult fan base Caitlin Clark has, we just believe in different religions. We just have different religions when it comes to that. So for me, it's Caitlin, because if you would have asked who had a bigger fan base, a cult-like fan base between Drake and Kendrick, of course I would go to Drake because I am one a part of that. Right? So yeah, no. This is where more of a cult-like fan base would be a compliment, and I'm giving that compliment to Caitlin. Sorry.
How would you rank who has the biggest supporting fan base out of Bronny James, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese?
Well, statistically, for me, the viewership, wherever the viewership follows, wherever the clickbait follows, wherever the stream, whomever the streams follow, over a consistent amount of time, that's how I would rank it. I would go off the stats, right? Because then it's irrefutable at that point for me, right? Because if someone were to say to me, "No, what you believe about Caitlin Clark would be false, and you are to believe it about Angel Reese," then I'm gonna say, "Show me the stats."
If I had to rank who has the biggest following, I would say Caitlin and Bronny James are like 1A, 1B, and then I will put Angel Reese at second. Granted, Angel Reese is, definitely, the Bayou Barbie, the Chi-Town Barbie right now, playing for Chicago Sky, and she's like created a lane for herself, and has also played a nice role in growing the game and bringing more attention and viewership to the game of women's basketball as a whole. So, paying homage and giving her that credit at the second or third spot of the three. The reason I put Bronny James up there with Caitlin Clark is solely because I feel like because of who his father is, he has a grandfather in supporting fan base that wants to see him succeed because of their support of his father for 20 plus years in the NBA. And so I think while Bronny may have his own supporting cast and his own fan base of people who are cheering and rooting him on, I feel like you have to multiply that times 5 to 10 of the supporters of LeBron James. I don't think you can rule that out. Like I feel like if you're a fan of LeBron by way of family tree, you're a supporter of Bronny James. Now the two could, be different, but I think LeBron. I think if you're a long time, lifelong supporter of LeBron, I feel like you're naturally, instinctually have that same hope and support for Bronny James. And I think because of that is why I will put him up there in the same class of like fan support with Caitlin Clark. Obviously, that's theory based because we don't have the numbers just yet for Bronny James. And obviously it's not like he's expected to really play and we're gonna see numbers skyrocket, but yeah,
Bro, your description of that just now just made Bronny James sound like Jesus to me. Bro, because
because of who your father is.
right when you said that, I was like, really, because we appreciate God for what He does, and so we gotta pray to Jesus too. You know what I'm saying? He sent Jesus for us, and I'm like, yeah, wow, that's strikingly familiar.
There's a resemblance I see.